What's going on, YouTube? I'm Scotch.
And I'm Sniff.
And we're ScotchNSniff.
We're back with another episode of Just Kidding.
Back once again, it's the Renegade Master.
This is what you signed up for. When you subbed, you were like, this is the entertainment I need in my life.
This is what you wanted.
I need a mix of whiskey and crazy things going on.
I am bringing it to you!
And don't pull on oh my gosh. And today, we're doing an episode. And today, we're doing an episode that you guys asked for in the comments.
You asked for it.
Because everybody wanted to know, how is the 23? Obviously, we haven't had it for long, but we've been sipping through it because it's delicious. But we decided to do a sit down and actually compare all of them. And if you guys have ever done a tasting, you know that when you sit down to taste more than one whiskey at a time, things change.
It will change your palate.
When you're
and
just
your
drinking
life.
one whiskey, you're like, oh, this is good. You just drink one by itself, you're like, oh, this is good.
Ooh, I enjoy
As soon as
this.
you put two side by side, you're like, wow, the comparison and contrast of what's happening here.
This one is better, or
Yeah.
this one is worse.
It's like when you wrote that English paper back in college, and you were like, I have to do a comparison and contrast paper, but it's with whiskey, which is way better.
That's way better.
Way better.
Way
I mean,
better.
some of you were probably doing whiskey comparisons in college too, for like how much you can drink versus how much I can drink.
Yeah.
That's not the
That
same.
too.
This, we're looking for quality over quantity. And one thing that a lot of people have been surprised about, but gotten value delivered for, is Kirkland.
Costco.
Alexander Murray & Co., Steve Lipp and his team over there are putting these together. They do these bottlings, they put them together, and then they sell them at Costco. And we buy them because they're usually very good. So, yeah, let's just go through these. Because
You made it sound like when you said usually, like, has there ever been one that you didn't like?
They did a 3-year-old blend that was just okay.
Oh.
But the problem is, for the $15 it cost, it was okay. That's the only one I've ever been surprised by.
Wow.
Their blends have been pretty good too. I have a 24 blend that was really good.
I wouldn't think that they would
They
do
did a
something
3-year-old
like
blend in a handle. It's like 1.75. I still have it. It's all right. It's not great. A couple pours from it and I was done.
I wonder if they just had like excess barrels that they were just like, well, we can't do anything with
So
that.
let's
We're
just
not going to
blend them
hold those
together.
for 20 years.
And they were only 3 years, so it's wild,
Maybe.
right?
I wonder what the story is behind that.
Yeah, probably something crazy.
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys have been with buying Kirkland bottles for the last couple of years. So you've gone from the 18 to the very newest, the 23, which a lot of people are asking about, which is very good and sherried. I know for me personally, I actually like the 23 quite a bit, mostly for the sherry influence, of course, that we're getting, before I side-by-sided it with the 22. And then everything kind of changed.
The 22, and I had the similar result. So I side-by-sided the 20, the 22, and the 23 because I'd already had the 18, and it's a solid bottle.
Absolutely.
I would say that this 18, the Kirkland 18, is better than the Glenlivet 18. Ooh. And for me, when it comes to a sweeter, sherried 18 whiskey, the Glenlivet is a staple. Like I base a lot of my direction off of that. And it's on the more expensive range. How much is this one?
$70.
$70. The Glenlivet 18, 100 and...
We're like from 70 to 90. It really didn't get that much more expensive for the extra age.
Yeah, these prices are incredible, and what you're getting is, and also Costco / Kirkland is getting that value. Steve Lipp and his team with Alexander Murray & Co. are able to push that value, able to get under the requirements at Costco. I've heard some stories about Costco. They are cutthroat.
Especially for their margins. That's like what they do. I think all of these are 46, right? So Kirkland's new Alexander Murray & Co. Their new thing is they're trying to push everything at 46%. Some of their older bottlings weren't like that, like the old 18, but the new ones that's the like hashtag goals. Like that's what they want to do across the board. Make sure that everything is 46. For a lot of you guys that know about color temperature variation in there and chill filtering, 46 is a super important number for a lot of us. But in terms of these are non-chill filtered, no color additive, just good whiskeys.
Look at the non-chill filtered and no color additives, no caramel color. Look at the darkness of these colors of these whiskeys. That's age from these sherry barrels that they're just sitting in for however long.
Minimum 6 months, right? For the sherry barrels? Minimum 6 months, minimum 6 months, minimum 6 months.
This one says minimum 22 months.
Dang. So yeah, they went 22 months with this one, which is weird because you'd think it would have added so much more sherry influence. But it depends on how active the cask is, which is a whole different topic.
And also, like you said from the beginning, when you're tasting them side by side, it definitely you are comparing and contrasting the flavors between them, not just enjoying, how maybe extremely solid this one might be.
Because on its own, I got a lot of fruit flavors, and I thought it was good. I got a lot of sherry spice, which I always still think is good. But as soon as I put it next to the 22, like the sherry, even though it was only done for 6 months instead of 22, it is just ramped up. Like the sherry spice, it must have been a super active cask that was really imparting a lot of the sherry spice and flavor that we do love from sherry.
Not just that, but the roundness that I got from the 22 versus the 23. The 23 kind of ended flat, and also I picked up some astringency at the end. But with the 22, it was just a round, sherry, delicious, dreamboat raisins, and it was delicious. Yeah.
It was super good. And so they don't disclose where these come from, but pro tip, the Asian bottles have to disclose where they come from. So there may be some pictures circulating around the internet of where some of these came from because the Asian bottles actually disclose the distillery on the back. So side note, side tip, if you're looking for where they came from, I think we enjoy it more of as a game like with Scotch Malt Whisky Society where you can find the answer, but you're really supposed to just enjoy it for what it is, because that's how whiskey's supposed to be enjoyed. But again, like you can play fun games like comparison and contrast and make it interesting.
Because even if you do find out, even if you do your internet research and you find out where these bottles are from, what distilleries, you go buy a distillery bottle from them that's 23 years old, it might not taste
It's going to be
anywhere.
totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. OBs and IBs are always very different.
Completely
just because
different. Yeah.
There's so many factors that go into that and why. But so that's it for today. We just wanted to grab you guys really quickly for the 23 video because I know you guys probably wanted to go much more into depth and detail about it, but in the grand scheme of things, the 23 was good. And for the price, $90 versus like the 80 for the 22, I'd still grab it. You're still going to sit down with it and think it's enjoyable, but just be aware that if I had to rank them, the 23 is falling behind, for me, the 22 and the 18. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I mean, you can see that I enjoy the 18. So
Yeah, same for me. If you only had $100 to spend, I would just go for the 22. Personally, it's the most very like sherry rich and round, something that you can enjoy over a lot of different types of environments and times and feelings and things like that. It's.
I mean, you're not going wrong with the 23. It's just different.
You're not going wrong with any of them.
Right, they're just different.
Yeah, but if you had $100 to break,
we really didn't talk about the 20 much at all, and actually, it's good. To me, it's a lot sweeter, but
so I did get sweetness, but I got thinness. So.
It's like the 23.
And I like at least a more round, balanced whiskey when it comes to the richness. If you're gonna, because all of these provide a great richness. But if you don't have that viscosity to back it up, for me it's not enjoyable. I want something that's like nice and enveloping. And the 22 does that hands down. Yeah.
So have you guys tried these? Have you guys compared them? Have you guys sat down with both of them side by side? Or have you just done the smart thing and just bought one of whichever and just enjoyed it because they're enjoyable?
If you have, comment down below with whatever your favorite one is, or if you did your own side sampling and you found out, oh, I really enjoyed the 20 more than the 22 and the 23. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
That's fine. Let us know.
Subscribe anyways.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hit you with the subscribe. Ooh. Don't forget to like this video because
algorithms.
Because you liked it.
Oh, that too.
Come on, you didn't like the video?
You didn't?
Be serious.
Yeah.
Be serious. Call your mom on the phone right now and ask her if you liked it.
Mom?
She's gonna tell you.
Mom, I did. I liked it.
Okay, thank you.